Hi, my name's Sean Sukumar. I'm an attorney with Price Benowitz in Washington, D.C. One of the most frequent kinds of cases that I see are people who are charged with varying kinds of assaults. In Washington, D.C., there are a number of different assault charges depending on the facts of your specific case. These can range from serious felony-level charges down to misdemeanor assault charges. A misdemeanor assault, or what they refer to as a simple assault, carries a maximum penalty of 180 days in jail and is defined in two different ways. The first and most common kind of way to define an assault charge is any unwanted touching. And that could also include an attempt to have an unwanted touching, even if you don't actually touch the other person. That's the most common kind of assault charge that we see in Washington, D.C. But a misdemeanor assault can also include an intent to frighten a person into thinking that they are about to be assaulted. Aside from misdemeanor assault charges, there are also different levels of felony assault charges in Washington, D.C., depending on both the significance of the injuries suffered by the alleged victim and by whether or not there are any instruments or weapons used in the process of the assault. So this can include charges such as assault with significant bodily injury or aggravated assault, where the accuser is alleged to have some serious injuries that required hospitalization or loss of consciousness, broken bones, or some kind of debilitating injury beyond just what would be caused by a simple touching. Another felony level assault charge is when the defendant is accused to have used some kind of weapon or an instrument, even if that instrument is not necessarily something like a gun or something that would typically be used to assault someone. It can be something like a foot with a shoe on it, which is what's referred to as shod foot, which can actually be considered a dangerous weapon in Washington, D.C. These are the more serious kinds of felony assault charges that you might face. Now, in all assault charges, a lot of times the defenses can be similar. One of the most frequent kinds of defenses that we have in assault charges is a self-defense argument, where the defense is that you are not the initial aggressor, rather you were acting in response to someone else's aggression and you used the appropriate and reasonable amount of force in order to prevent the assault that's being committed upon you. That's one of the most frequent kinds of defenses that we use in an assault charge, and it's important to discuss those possible defenses with your lawyer to see how effective they may be.